When you sit down with Donald Trump and you explain the neo-Victorian wisdom of Atkinson and Marshall and Eisenhower and Truman, and a lot of these guys didn't get along with each other, but they understood directionally where America needed to go at the end of the Second World War. They had read von Metternich. They understood the failure of the peace treaty at Versailles. Roosevelt in 43 and 44 in his diaries, Nigel Hamilton, if you want to read that trilogy, it's a great book. He talks about Roosevelt talking about the failure of Woodrow Wilson at Versailles and not getting the League of Nations passed by the Senate, and what he was going to do had he lived to get the UN Charter established. These men, Trump disrespects. He doesn't like the idea that America built out Europe with the Marshall Plan. He doesn't like the General Agreement of Trade and Tariffs, which is the precursor to the World Trade Organization. So in that genre, if you read it, the GATT talks, all trade could flow relatively freely into the United States. We would accept tariffs and some level of protectionism from other countries as they were trying to reindustrialize at the end of the Second World War to create rising living standards around the world so that these rising living standards would lead to less conflict. That was the whole idea of these men and women that built the world order at the end of the Second World War.